My name is Nestor Gomez. I am a storyteller, a show that tells the stories of immigrants, refugees, their descendants, and allies. I tell a lot of personal narrative stories, so true life stories about my life. And I hope that with those stories, I could create bridges between my immigration journey, my immigration experience, and the experiences of other people. When I was a little kid growing up in Guatemala, I used to stutter, so I couldn't talk. So I was always writing all my feelings and all my thoughts. When my family immigrated to the United States, I was 15 years old. We had to learn a new language. We had to be in a new country. We didn't know anybody. I started to stutter again. So I was undocumented. I didn't have a voice because I didn't have immigration papers. I didn't have a voice because I couldn't speak the language. And I remember feeling very depressed and very sad about it. It took me many years of struggle. I just got over the stuttering just by talking, just by forcing myself to talk. But I was always afraid of public speaking. I had this dream that I was going to take one of my poems and go to a poetry slam and tell one of my poems and just get over my fear of public speaking by doing that. My girlfriend bought me tickets for a storytelling slam. And then a couple of weeks later, I wrote a story. I went up, put my name in the hat, told a story, and I got hooked. I've been telling stories ever since. It's like an out-of-body experience. Once I start telling my story and I have to hear the reaction of the audience, it's like that fits me. And it just allows me to let go of my fears, and the story just comes out. I tell personal narrative stories, true life stories or things that happened to me. So the stories could be very deep or could be very silly, but every story has a connection to the audience. It has something that the audience could relate to. When I tell a story about crossing the border undocumented, it's not just because I'm crossing the border undocumented, but it's also because I want to be reunited with my mom, who had been here for 5 years and left us in Guatemala in the care of our grandparents and uncles. It's a story about families trying to be together. Even though my stories might be the stories from an immigrant point of view, they usually relate to other people's experience. Immigrants don't come to this country to cause damage or come to this country just because people want to come to this country. Most of the immigrants that come to this country because they don't have a choice. Like I say in one of my stories, no kid ever grow up thinking, oh, when I grow up, I want to be an immigrant. When I grow up, I want to be a refugee. When I grow up, I want to leave everything behind and go to another country and learn the language. I have to leave all the family that I know behind. Nobody ever dreams for that. It's just things that happen in life that put you in that position. So I hope that people can understand a little bit better the struggle of the immigration experience. That although our experience can be unique because we were the ones that were living it, because there are experiences of having fears, of overcoming our problems, family problems, mother, father, all these connections that we have with family, all these family stories, it's things that other people experience as well, and that makes a connection with the audience. This gift that we receive of having people inspire us, I think that's the most amazing thing, that we could inspire other people.